Well, hi Jess.
Hi, Brian.
How you feeling today?
Feeling good.
Feeling pretty good.
Feeling good, Brian.
That's good. We talked about last time. We sort of decided that this would be our last session
hmm
together.
hmm
How are you feeling about that decision today?
I'm feeling like it was the right choice.
Okay.
I really think that is is right for me. I think I'm ready
Okay.
to
Great. I think I think it's definitely a good place for us to sort of part ways. I know you've definitely made a lot of progress since we first met about roughly 9, 10 months ago,
hmm
if my memory serves me properly. Um, so what I wanted to do today was just kind of go back and look at where you've come from and some of the things we talked about, some of the homework assignments that I've given you and that you've successfully kind of used to come out of your depression
hmm
and really kind of make some changes for the better in your life. So I remember a huge part of this was helping you to be more social, to stop isolating yourself, and because that you indicated was a sort of a hindrance to your happiness.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was not doing anything. I was just laying in bed, and I was just so sad. I cried all the time, and now I stopped crying. I've gone out more. Just even being around my roommates, like it's so different, and I'm so in a better place, and I'm glad that I'm there, and I'm glad that you helped me get there.
What would you say is the biggest difference in that with your roommates and just your social life?
Um, Probably me initiating things more.
Mm-hmm.
I used to initiate things a lot, and then I just stopped doing it for a while. I slipped into this deep depression, and I didn't care for anything, and that just wasn't me. And my roommates noticed, and because we were all so outgoing and so out there and just always doing stuff, and so now me initiating doing stuff is like, you're back.
That's
Where'd
great.
you go?
That sounds really good.
Yeah,
How have they reacted? Have you noticed that they've kind of noticed a change in you and you're sort of initiating?
definitely. Like, they've noticed, and I feel like the one friend was just telling me, like, it's great to have you back, before. So, I mean, it's like I was gone. It's like I wasn't even me. I wasn't, I wasn't me at all. So,
Well, it must feel really good to be back and to have your friends sort of happy to have you back as well.
yeah, definitely. It is.
That's really good. And another really significant thing I think for you has been sort of rediscovering some of your passions. What are your thoughts on that as far as the things you've been doing in your free time?
Oh man, my free time, Brian, is great. I just enjoy myself, and I just enjoy the time I have to myself. Even though um, some of the things, like before, I used to just stay in bed all the time, and now if I'm gonna lay around and do nothing, I might as well do it at the beach in the sun and get some color.
There you go.
And I feel like that in itself has just made me a happier person. Just being out at the ocean and just in the sunlight and in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just something that I love to do. Like, I used to love that. And, I think your suggestion as to me going out to the beach, like, even if it is by myself, it was a good one. And that was a homework assignment I really did enjoy from from this whole experience.
Right. I'm really
Yeah.
glad to hear that. It sounds like it's something you really love and that you're really embracing that and taking advantage of those opportunities to go to the beach, to enjoy the warm weather, to enjoy the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's really good.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing a lot of just been doing some meditation as well.
Great.
That you had said that would be something that I should try, and at first I was a little reluctant to it, but I have been trying it, and it's been working pretty well. And so I think that's something that I'm appreciative for as well, because it's not something that I would have thought of on my own.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear that too.
Yeah.
How have you seen that benefiting your day-to-day life, the meditation?
It gets me to think a little bit more, and it gets me to put things in perspective and put myself in perspective. Like, what am I going to do to make me happy, and what am I doing that's not making me happy, and what do I need to change? And I really think that that's helped me a lot, because before I wasn't thinking of what's really making me upset and what's really bothering me. And now when I take the time to like meditate and focus on breathing, it really does help me, and it brings me to more of a calm state.
That's so good to hear. And that's exactly what meditation should do, is bring you to a calm state of mind, like you said. And more than anything, I think, like you said, just the awareness and learning to be mindful of your thoughts, your emotions, and how those are influencing your day-to-day life, and learning to recognize when those emotions are maybe negative as opposed to positive. So I think that's so excellent that you incorporated that as a regular thing. And I would definitely encourage you to continue with that.
It's something that I think I will take into my life. And while I was learning about meditation, I learned that I want to just live a better life. And honestly, I think that I really incorporated and valued the opinions of Buddhism.
Sure.
And just living a better life and being happy with what I have and not wanting more and wanting other things like that are superficial and don't make me happy, and striving for those was something that was really like detrimental to me, and really kind of what put me into this this depression, this funk. And I think just living a better life is what I want to do, and just being happy for myself and not for other people. So I really think that the meditation has opened my eyes and my mind to different outlook on life, to just be a better person and do all I can, because that's what I can do. And I can't keep thinking of what I need to do or what I should do, but this is what I'm doing now. And this is as good as it's getting now.
Mm-hmm.
This is all I can do. Can't do
Yeah,
more.
I think that's a really good attitude to have. Kind of just, it sounds like what you're saying is life isn't perfect, but just learning to accept things as they are, not as you would like them to be or how other people think they should be, not living out of some sense of obligation to do anything that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like you're more in touch with what you do want as far as your own desires, what makes you happy, and just learning to appreciate the small things that you do have.
Yeah.
So I want to congratulate you on making that huge change.
Thank you.
It's got to feel really good.
It does. It feels great. Like,
That's awesome.
I feel like a whole new person, really. And I feel like when I was in this depression, I wasn't happy. I was negative. I was mean towards people, and I was just not. I wasn't happy, and I didn't know what could make me happy.
I see.
Like, I wasn't following what would make me happy.
How do you think the meditation practice and how that's sort of influenced your attitude, perspective?
Mm-hmm.
How has that helped you socially, as far as just, reconnecting with your roommates and kind of just having a happy social life too? Do you think those go hand in hand, or is that sort of just a personal thing that doesn't really come out in relationships?
No, I think it does really go hand in hand. Like if you're happy, you're going to be happy with the people around you, and if you're not happy with the people around you, then you should change that. And those are all thoughts. Like you have to have those thoughts. Like,
Yep.
are these people making me happy? Like, let me take a deep breath and let me think about this and let me think of what's going on and in terms of socializing and helping me socialize, I definitely think the meditation has helped, especially when I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed in a situation and I feel like I can't breathe in situations. Like the meditation has helped to where I can just take a step back, take a couple of deep breaths, like really focus on what is causing this feeling has been so helpful for me. And so, yeah, it's been so helpful, Like,
That's so good to hear.
Yeah.
And I can see that too in you. I mean, when you came in, I remember you were telling me how tense you felt and just how even the anger and depression and the sadness you sort of had. I don't see that in you at all today. And I think you share with me along the way how that's lifted and how much better you feel. And so
Yeah.
it seems like you're experiencing a huge change. And I just want to tell you that I've seen a significant change in your overall demeanor and just outlook and the way you communicate. It's just much, much different. And it's a lot better.
Yeah.
So, well done. I mean, you've done really well. I know this hasn't been an easy process. It never is.
Yeah.
But you're certainly brave to go through this, and I want to thank you for just allowing me to be there by your side through this experience.
And I definitely want to thank you. I know I've been difficult, and I haven't been, like, the easiest person to work with at times. And it's definitely been a rocky road. But I really do appreciate you sticking with it and you not giving up and being just there, like I really do appreciate that, and I really do thank you for helping me make this change in my life. It's necessary change.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. That's my job. That's why I'm here. And I want to, on that note, say that in the future, if you ever want to reach out again, don't hesitate to do so. I'm always here. I don't want this to be like a forever goodbye, never see each other again. So just keep that in mind in the future. If you find yourself needing to talk to me or anybody, I'm always here. So you have my number, and we'll just pick it back up.
Okay.
Like we always have been. So.
Perfect.
So as we come to a close here in our last few minutes together, what are your thoughts moving forward? How do you see yourself maintaining these good habits that you've built for yourself? Maintain these relationships, the meditation, the good skills that you've developed.
I think how do I keep them going? I feel like I just need to be aware of it and keep reminding myself that it's for the best, and I don't want to be where I was 10, 12 months ago, like
Right.
I don't want to be there again. And so I think for myself, just realizing like you're going back to the things that you were doing before, like this isn't this isn't healthy, and just realizing that and saying like, okay, what do I need to do to change that? Maybe I need to, do some more self-care, like you were saying, and not really overextend myself. And I think that's what I was doing too much of. I wasn't saying no enough. Like I was saying yes all the time, and I can't do that because it put me in a place where I just wasn't happy. And so I think being aware of that and having that mindset as to you want to stay happy, what are you going to do to keep you happy, I think that's something that'll definitely keep me going along the way.
That makes a lot of sense, to be honest. It sounds like a huge component to your ongoing success is just being mindful and saying no when you want to say no, but behind that, there needs to be the recognition that you want to say no. Does that make sense? So it's knowing what your desire is in a given situation and then just being honest about it. If it's a no, then it's a no, and saying so. Or if it's a yes, it's a yes, and then saying yes, and not feeling as though you need to bend or comply with anybody's expectations. Because I know that was something you wrestled with throughout this process. Is sort of just feeling obligated to do things that you don't necessarily want or need to do.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. I know you've learned to stand up for yourself and to sort of take charge and take some control back in your life and in your relationships. And so that's crucial to your success with people and just to your own emotional state. So I've definitely seen that as a significant change in you throughout this journey.
Yeah. I feel you're right. I feel like you said it all just right there. And I just need to keep it moving, to keep going with what I'm doing now. And I mean, I don't know what the future holds, but I mean, if I start to feel this way again, I will definitely I'll have your number and I'll keep you posted because I don't want to be where I was a year ago.
And I don't want that as well. I want the same thing. So it sounds like we're on the same page. So in our last couple of minutes together, is there anything else you'd like to say or any questions you have for me before we sort of part ways?
No, I think that if I have any other concerns or if I'm not really feeling 100%, I'll definitely be in touch. I mean, as far as right now, pretty solid. I think I'm doing pretty good. And I hope that it keeps going. And I really do feel like I'll take, the assignments and everything that we've done here and keep that just in my head.
Sure.
Those are things that you need to live by to live a better life.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. I mean, I'll be honest, I have really high hopes for you. I know you've come so far since we first met about 10 months ago. And I feel strongly that it's just only going to get better for you from here. And it's only a matter of you continuing to grow and to develop these skills that you've gained throughout this process. And so, moving forward, just like you said, I think you know exactly what you have to do. Just be mindful and continue to grow in your awareness of your emotions and learn to spot problematic behaviors that could, wind up causing you to get stuck in a rut, as you to borrow the words you used when we first met. So.
For sure, Brian.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else?
No, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I think I'm ready, Brian.
Well, we've come a long way, and I just want to thank you once again for allowing me to be a part of this and to allow me to, have a glimpse into your life. And I'm proud to have gotten to know you and to spend this time with you. So it's been an honor for me, and I hope you've, feel the same way.
I do, and I really appreciate your help, and I really appreciate you just being there. And thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, Jess.
All right, Brian.
Thanks so much.
It's been great.
Yep.